Hello, and welcome back to another episode of ODC, Occult Dynasty Challenge. And right now, I've got things a little bit speeded up here. We're looking down at the town of Twin Bios, and I'm waiting for my sim to get out of school and start doing some other things. But I just wanted to show you the map here. The last time I had Tagger running, and I was getting a lot of lag. And I think Tagger is where you would go to City Hall here, and you would go to NROS, and then more, and then Tagger, and then options, and then enable sim tags, and click OK, and then come out here for your view the map. And notice I have all these tags now, and the tags when they're running like that, when Tagger is running like that, it can cause issues could cause lagging and certain things like that. So if you're not using it, if you're not actually looking for the information that it displays, then it's really a good idea to leave it disabled. Also, if you're experiencing lag and it becomes a problem, you had story progression running, you might want to disable story progression. Okay, so why did I do that? So Sim is getting out of school right now. I want him to have him come over here to the bookstore and purchase some books. Nope, why did I do that? I keep clicking on these different things. I want him to come over here and I want him to shop for books. And while he's doing that, this building here, I can never remember the name of it. The Antiquities, Vault of Antiquity. I want to call it the Archives, but it's the Vault of Antiquity, and I guess it could be also called Archives. This space out here in front of it seems to act sometimes as a bus stop, and I'm not really sure why, but there seems to always be a lot of Sims gathering outside here, and I don't know if it's because of the benches are here, or if it's because this is a Vault of Antiquity, if it's next door to the bookstore. But anyway, there were some things that I didn't tell you about on the last couple of episodes, and that was to talk about what the rules and goals of this challenge, of the Occult Dynasty challenge is. And the goal is very simple. I'm going to buy some of these comic books. Oh, just a couple of comic books here. I bought two of one of them. And have him also do his homework over here. It's a good place, and it seems to be a good place for him to do homework if other people are congregating here, and he can get help with his homework. Anyway, I was going to tell you the goals. The goal is very simple. And okay, what's going on now? What is bothering him? Nothing involving his girlfriend. Not sure what. He's having a mood swing. That's the problem. Anyway, the goal is very simple, and that is to start and maintain a dynasty of occult types. In other words, supernaturals, and that would make it so that in this town, all of the occults who live in this town are descendants of your founder. So only the occults, only all of the occults can come from this particular sim. And in episode 1, I showed you how to get rid of other occult types. And as for the rules, I'm making them up as I go along, but one of the basic rules is that the founder can really do nothing of anything important in their life until they become an occult. So they have to work up through those levels. And there's his girlfriend right there going into the bookstore. And that was another, seeing her, that brings up one of the other rules is that the founder must not ask someone to go steady until they've reached the level 6 of the alchemy skill. And that would be over halfway through the different levels. And also, they must not propose or marry until they have become an occult, because they can't. I'm gonna have him talk to his girlfriend here, and flirt with her. And he must not propose or marry until they've become an occult, because he cannot have children. Also, he or she must marry their childhood sweetheart, whomever they've asked to go steady. And they can only break up if they've been cheated on. And they can only ever cheat if someone has in the past cheated on them. Okay, so that's enough for the rules for right now. There'll be some more maybe creeping in. But he has actually reached the level. Where's his skills? Let's just check here. He has reached level 6. So there's a lot of different things that he has to do, but at this point, because he has reached level 6, he can go over here and he can ask Maggie if, we'll find out. First, I think he should ask her out on a date, and then that point on, he... Oh, come on, do something. Still experiencing some lag here? Or does she have to go to work? This is ridiculous. Okay, I can see what's going on. There's a guitarist over here playing, and there's kind of a standoff, because he wants to talk to her and she's busy with this guitarist over here. That brings up a good point here. I promised to show you this from, I think, the beginning. This individual here has no skin at all. They're lacking skin, a definition for their skin, so they're showing up completely black. And this is kind of like a non-normal condition. If this were an actual, an African American black person, or somebody with dark skin, they would not look like this. So this can be fixed. How can this be fixed? I'm going to pause, and we could select from a variety of people here. Let's say I want to use her skin color. I want to give this person, Gina Dobbs, skin color to Jordan Marjorie. So what I do is I click on Gina Dobbs, then I go to NROS, and then I select Master Controller. I believe it's Advanced. It is, and I say Copy Skin Tone. And the destination is going to be this person here, and Jordan Marjorie, I think was her name. So then I just click the check mark here. That brings up the entire population of people, and then I scroll down until I see Marjorie and the M's. I see a couple of other people who seem to be lacking in pigment of any sort. And that was another thing I wanted to show you. You see that I've got people in here with green skin, I've got people in here with red skin, and that is related to this problem. So here's Marjorie here, and so I'm going to give her this other person's skin tone. And so now I think we just keep things going here, and she should change, and there she goes, she changed. And we could have given her a darker skin color, and she didn't have any skin color at all, making her black. Okay, so coming back over here to Nick and Maggie, I don't know if she's planning on leaving. He didn't get the date with her, but he could. What he wants to do is, well, he doesn't want to do it. I thought he wanted to ask her to go steady. He can do that now. All right, she's going to go to work, but part of that is asking her out to the prom. And in order to ask her out to a prom, there has to be a prom going on. And I'm not sure that many of you have wondered about this before. There is a very simple way. If you have the proper mod, you can actually trigger the prom, and you have to go to the school to do that. And the name of the mod is Debug Enabler. So you click on the school, and you select NROS, and you have Debug Enabler, and then you go to Options for the school. And it waits a second here. It brings up a list, and then you could say debug throw prom. Okay, so this will start in action the process of the prom, and so now he's talking to her. Okay, so she didn't leave, and where did they go? Okay, so he's talking to her. Good. She was about to walk out or go to work or something, and let's see if he can ask her. He can ask her to the prom. So it now shows up when you do that. Yep, she's leaving. Ah, no. Okay. She's going to work, and then he's actually going to go to work. So we're going to wait until both of them get off from work. Okay. Okay. Our sim is now on his way to work. He works at the cemetery as I don't know what he is. He's a overseer of the dead. He's a mausoleum clerk. And so he's driving over to the cemetery right now. And that's where he will be until 9 p.m. this evening. And this is another rule that I made up as I went along, that your founder must, when he's a teen, must work at the cemetery at night.